still standing. Flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary. Mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Follow me until the end. Follow me if you can. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong.
What is up, people? How are you guys doing today? Let's get into it. One of the biggest things I wanted to talk about is the fact that change this, change. All right, perfect. All right, so I pretty much want to have this one topic made very clear. There's a difference between discussing and debating, and I think that's I think a lot of people kind of forget about that. Okay, 1 second. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me and everything is going good, no buffering. Before I continue on. Okay, never mind. I checked it and I'm good. All right, so like I was saying, we're gonna get into the Discord server issues that I have, and then you know, go from there. Probably do open panel after that. Let me see. All right, here we go. What's up, Titan? How you doing, sir? And of course, Cynics, how you doing? Yes, pretty much the only thing I like about this channel is the song as well. And what's up, Helio Skeptic? How you doing, sir? What up, Flat Enough? So here's the thing. Debating and discussions are so different that I shouldn't even need to do this, but I'm going to anyway. Discussing is your ideas, different ideas, just kind of bouncing off each other. You know, doesn't never needs to get personal. Never needs, you know, voices don't even need to get raised, but it does happen. Understandable. There's, no matter what, a level of respect that needs to be had during any discussion. I'm not going to go into details because, you know, that's just not necessary. It's kind of self-explanatory. What's up, Empress? Oh, what's up, Bill? No. Oh, well, I'll have the link out in a second. If you choose to get on, it's fine, but we'll see how long you last. But like I was saying, discussions, like, everything's bouncing off your ideas. Everyone's gonna have different ideas. It's just a build, basically. Then there's debating. When you debate, you should have all your facts, all your evidence, all your game plan for proving your claim ready. Pretty self-explanatory. Typically, debate is between two people. I've seen debates between 4 people, which is, seems a little hectic, but hey, it happens. But for the reason I want to kind of get that out the way is the issues that are on Discord server. Not all the servers are like this, but recently in the past couple weeks, uh, there's been a few that I feel are a little biased, a little how do I say it, unfair. And and believe it or not, I to a degree I am defending Globers. Uh, there there are places that are they're basically banning and kicking Globers for not believing in flat Earth, saying that they're wrong. Well, here's the thing: no one knows. No one knows the real truth of globe. No one knows the real truth of flat Earth. Basically, we're all just trying. I've come up with the phrase, "Don't be more confident in your own science," or "Don't be confident in your beliefs uh, or your science than your science is in itself." So, Globers, understand, maybe tone down the ego when you're trying to tell us how something is. Understand that flat earthers were Globers. Not to mention, as flat earthers, we're we're still doing research on the globe. We got to figure out all the holes that that are going on, and how real life works with the reality of that. So when a flat earther's trying to explain to you that hey, the globe model is like this and science doesn't know this, don't just tell us you're wrong, because trust me, a lot of you guys haven't even looked. At the same time, flat earthers, we're kind of in a bind where we don't have enough to tell them you're wrong and then stop. So explaining it to them is necessary. Explaining to them what our claim is and why we feel that claim is to be is important. So, and all this needs to be done with respect. That's all there is to it. Let me see. So I said, "What's up, Empress?" McVice, what's up, man? You're late. But anyway, um, what I wanted to do for this live stream in the beginning, this part, is kind of go over the Flat Earth Frontline server and explain how it works, uh, and what's tolerated and what's not tolerated. Basically, as in getting kicked and banned, it's going to take a second. I have in my head, it needs to be 3 steps to being banned off my server. Um, and it all has to do with being disrespectful. Uh, that's it. That's my only rule when it comes to my server. Disrespect. If you're disrespectful, we're not needed there. Um, like I said, discussions, even debates, they all get heated. People yell. That's what moderators are for. Um, but it never needs to get personal. If it's getting personal, most likely you have doubts in what you're saying. So, as far as I'm concerned, keep it respectful, and most likely, you'll figure out which idea has the better evidence. Maybe people that are just listening in will get a better understanding to what to research, and it's not going to happen through yelling and calling and talking about people's families. It's just ridiculous. Um, but like I said, I wanted to go over my server and explain kind of how it will be ran, as in you're not going to get kicked for being a Glober. But there's a stipulation to this. The trolls. I pretty much know every troll that's been around. Obviously, there are going to be new trolls. Uh, those are what the warnings will be for. The new trolls, just to be so they understand that I've seen it. I've seen it all. I've been through it all. Um, there's nothing a troll can do that will surprise me. Basically, what's up, Fluffy Toke? How you doing, sir? What's up, Ricky? I think I said what's up to you, Ricky. Bunny, how you doing? But like I said, it's frustrating because as everyone knows, that is part of my server. I'm not there 24/7, and it's not it's really not a server that everybody's at and then on 24/7. So people probably pop in, type some stuff, and pop out and go to other servers. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. And with that, I kind of have a better idea for my server, where get the links, hear things, see the announcements, blah blah blah. But better yet, I want it to be somewhere where debates can happen, and be fair. Now, when I say this, what I'm doing is I'm basically gonna reach out to the other servers and explain to them what my plan is. Uh, if you guys are part of the server, you got my announcement with my frustrations with these other servers and how things work, and and sometimes it just happens. You know, there are servers where it's just a lot of globers, so it's gonna be one-sided. There's a lot of flat earthers on others, so it's gonna be one-sided. Um, you guys know that obviously because of my views and how things work, I kind of put myself in the middle of both sides. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach out to those servers and let everyone know, hey, I'm setting up my server to be a debate server mainly. So what I've done is I have a couple there's a category in my server called let me get it so I don't have to guess because I just put it up today. So what I've done is I made the category and it's debate cages. Obviously, a lot of you guys know. Well, what's up, Ted? So obviously, a lot of you guys know I fought MMA for a while. So the best way to duke it out is that I could figure out have a category called the cage is octagon, right? What it will be is it'll be only allowing 2 to 4 people to debate, not this 20 people in a voice chat. Everybody's trying to get their word out. It's only going to be 2 to 4. Obviously, globe and flat Earth. Now, I also want to explain it does not have to be just globe, flat Earth. It can be any topic because there are a lot of things going on this flat Earth. So, with that said, there will be a moderator assigned to that debate. Anybody will be able to listen to that debate. It will be open for everyone, whether you're even on the server, really. But yeah, the voice chat part will only be for the people wanting to debate each other. And then obviously using that text area for that debate as your evidence, pictures, studies, whatever you have, it'll be worked out that way. And that way, debates can be debates instead of 20 versus 1 or vice versa. All the things that keep happening in all these servers. And with that, I'll have the whole other areas going on where you can just do your own thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go to my server and we'll kind of just go through what I have in my server. Obviously, some of you guys don't care, but at the same time, I've been having a lot of questions on where things are, what it's for, or why people can't do stuff, and I kind of wanted to go through the reasons and or the things that are there. So let me see, get this pulled up real quick. All right, so that was easy. All right, I just got to turn on my little stream mode. That way I don't have to worry about you guys seeing stuff I don't need you to see. All right, so we're set up, we're good. All right, I'm trying to get the right display up, I guess. And sorry about that. That's my dog. If you guys hear him in the background, going crazy. I figure out why this is not loading. That's why. Okay, 1 second, guys. For some odd reason, this thing kind of moved itself over. Gotta reset it. As you can see in the background. And if you guys have any questions right now, let me know. I can see the chat, so we can get into it, and I can answer some of you guys right now. just got to make this, page and viewer friendly. I don't want other people's info getting out if they don't want it. Who's who on there. Okay, so over a little bit. All right, here we go. There it is. Okay, so go ahead and go for this. And so obviously right now we're in the welcome area, so I can see you guys what you're saying in the chat. Okay, here we go. What's up, Charlie? How you doing, sir? Okay, here we go. So, Cynics, I'll go ahead and answer your question first. I guess you could say this channel, this show is so boring, and your version of it is because there's actually people here, unlike your last live stream with all three. Just kidding. Let's see, because no questions really. I see that. Okay, while I'm a Glober and do my best. Yeah, hey Charlie, I've actually experienced that. And I've actually heard people talking about you where you're actually pretty respectful, and that's what I'm trying to avoid because. Hey, give me 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. So this is what it is. Hope you guys can see it on the screen. Well, so it's kind of be quick. This will be real quick. So basically, when you join the server, obviously you get the whole welcoming spiel, the rules. I pretty much went over it. No disrespect. That's all it really is to me. Next would be the announcements. This is where I will let everyone know basically what's going on. Everybody gets this, no matter what role you have. Also, when you join, make it life a little fucking easier for me and Jay. Again, Jay Alex, thank you. Jay Alex is the one who sets this whole damn thing up, makes it actually work. If he hadn't, I wouldn't even have one. So when you see him, thank him. But for when you join, typically me or Jay will message you and asking you whether you're flat Earth or not. Make our life easier, please. In here, when you sign up, this little bot will come up and it'll have a little area with an invite. That invite's going to take you to the server ID, basically. Man, let us know who you are on YouTube or an email. I don't give a fuck, but no one else can see this. See how, look, I have people here, but no one can see it because it's only visible through when I have my admin setting on. So understand that. Make our lives easier. Otherwise, I'm going to put you at undecided or Glover. And if you're flat Earth, you're probably not going to be too happy about it. But so that's just help me out. Announcements, like I said, it's where I'm going to say whatever I got to say to everybody. Most of you guys got this announcement, this big one, I think it was last night, and I got a lot of good feedback from it. Again, like I said, a lot of servers are being insanely unfair, and this place my server is gonna change all that and it's just ridiculous. Like I was saying, here will be the debate area right here. You guys can see my cursor. Debate cages. Cage 1 text chat. It's pretty cut and dry. There will only be 2 to 4 people. You will get a special role, so to speak, once it's set up. You can't just go there and do it. I have it that way because I guess I would want areas to be open for people when they want to, and vice versa. So all you gotta do is type it in a general area, message me, whole line. Just pretty simple. Pretty much everyone will be allowed into the cage text chat areas. Again, only 2 to 4 will be allowed in the actual debate voice chat, plus a moderator. Here's the thing about the moderating. Basically, it'll be me. Sorry if you don't like it, but that's the way it is. And trust me, I'm probably going to be the most biased person you'll get. Unless you guys have set up a moderator, that's how it will be. But that's the other thing. There will be no debating on my server without a moderator. I don't trust the two opposing sides, and they shouldn't either. It's pretty, pretty cut and dry. The general chat area, there are probably about three areas here: general discussion, cat spot, and typing debate. Stream chat. Those are going to be, and I'm sorry, and weather modification. Or, no. Okay, my bad. Let me start over. General, cat spot, uh, typing debate, and stream chat. Those everyone will be able to get into. Flat Earth Unity chat, and no, so Flat Earth Unity chat, only Flat Earthers. Globers, sorry, but we need a spot where we don't have to deal with your bullshit when we're trying to just chat. The weather modification, right now I have it set up for basically only to read. So I'll post any post or links that I have while I'm streaming will go there. Any links that I just randomly find will go there. So that'll be a place you can check that out. The reason I don't want typing in it is I don't want to have to answer to people when I put my stuff out there in there. Anywhere else, my messages on a live stream, I'll answer all of them. Then, obviously there is a flat earth only. That's, the music area, the sharing of links. The reason I have it that way is because I realize that when you share a flat earth live stream, Globers go there, trolls go there. So that's, if you can't get in there, I'm sorry. Text is the same way. There's one or two voice areas that are like that. Are you smarter than a rock? It is my area to call out trolls. For that reason, flat earthers and only a few Globers that I know of can get in there. The reason is private. I don't want the trolls to know who we're talking about at that time. The voice chat areas, whether they be, there's just different areas for different people to go into. The music channel, everybody can go into and at least listen. There's no talking in there, obviously. Video, screen share. This is for when I start live streaming. It means nothing to you guys right now. And then, here's the secret room. And hey, if you can't get in there, that's probably a good reason for it. Like I said, it's pretty fucking basic how my server works. And I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm done with it. I don't really have anything else to say about it. So I hope that was enough and good enough for you guys to understand where I'm coming from with the Discord area. Let everyone know that's my plans for it, and hopefully it'll kind of either make the servers that are unfair realize that their method of running the server isn't going to work, or hey, I could just be blowing smoke out my ass and it will stay useless. But at the same time, it's out there. There's no more reasons for me to run around the servers here and bullshit. Let me get in this chat real quick. Giant, can you send me a text for the chat so I won't have to see my annoying chat box? What do you mean? What do you mean, Titan? I'm not sure what you're asking for. Cynics, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's a lot I could only imagine that you don't get. But with that said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the panel, see what's going on, kind of go over some stuff that I can rant over until then. One of the things I was thinking of doing was just making that kind of a, well, how do you say it, just this stream to be just a Discord explanation for what's going on in the announcement. But what I'm going to do actually is just a small little 5-minute upload, and then I'll post it to the server, because I know a lot of people that are on the server don't come to YouTube. So them being here now is I can kind of see not happening. So if anybody wants to jump on the panel, let me know. Otherwise, if not, I'll probably kind of go through this small little rant, and then basically just end it and go from there. Um, One of the other things I wanted to talk about is kind of, I don't know if it's I guess it is personal. Oh well, is is a few people on the server that kind of play sides, I guess you would call it. Uh, there is a gentleman that is promoting that he wants to do flat Earth globe tests to figure out what it is because he's confused. Not confused. He wants to know. The issue I had with it is I presented him with some evidence for why I believe it's flat when it comes to the Bolivian salt flats, which is basically the largest salt flats in the world, 4,000 plus miles square. Um, and he had stated to somebody, I guess, that he had found something that he didn't agree with, and what he wanted to do was basically talk to me about it. And as far as I'm concerned, that sounds like a great idea. Hey, at least there's someone who wants to talk about it rather than just call bullshit and and not say anything. Problem I'm having is I've seen him a few times, talked to him a few times, brought it up to him, and he kind of just passes over it. So hey, if you're on the server, beware of that gentleman. You guys probably know exactly who I'm talking about. Um, so the Hangouts up. Let me know if you want to jump in, and I'll get that link to you. What I'll do is I'll I got two of them, huh? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll basically just put it in the chat, and then we'll go from there. You're a funny guy, Cynics. Funny guy. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going long anyway, dick. But if you want to jump on, let me know. I can prove your views wrong pretty quick. So it may not even have to take that long either if you jump on, Cynics. What I'll do is this. Actually, I do know exactly how to do it now. Hang on. Let me see. I'm trying to get a hangout going so it can be a little easier. Or being able to see it on the screen at least. There it is. No, only if it was the right size. Make my life a little easier. But what I'm doing right now, I'm just gonna get this the right size so we can actually use it. That is the hangout. Alright, so now we are good to go. There you go. So, like I said, if you want to jump on, let me know. Here is the link right now. And we'll go from there. What's up, Gary? How you doing, sir? More than welcome to jump on if you'd like. Like I said, this is not a, you know, I went over what I wanted to with the server. I'll kind of go over it again at the end. Very quick reminder about it. But yeah, I'm pretty serious about it. I want that server my server to be the debate spot, basically, you know, and be fair. Not even for the debates, for discussion. Be fair to both sides, realistically. I mean, just because someone believes it's a globe, get off your high fucking horse. What's up, so Otai? Man, your name is freaking a tongue twister when I just look at it. Uh, Thanks for stopping by, though. I know your schedule's a little different than ours. But yeah, open panel. Talk about whatever. I don't really give a fuck. But the main thing I want to talk about was that the way the server is gonna be. What's up, Free Mind? How you doing, sir? Um, Open panel. Anybody wants to jump on? Just kind of went over the new ideas I have for my server and the issues I had with the other servers. I know you're kind of understand where I'm coming from when it comes to unfairness in some situations. And like I said to everyone else, yeah, you know what? I do feel the need to defend some of the Glovers because a lot of them are getting kicked and banned for no fucking reason. And like I've always said, there's no reason for that. And if it happened to me when I was doing it, it would have really been bad because hey, I wouldn't have had an opportunity to find out what I found out and research and all that good stuff. How you doing, Gary?
What's up, Sean? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You're good.
Okay, making sure the mic's good.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah. Well, shit, Gary, you don't do the Discord thing, do you?
I have it, but I haven't been on it. I mean, I see the little streams, but I'm not exactly sure how to work it yet, so I haven't really done it.
Okay.
I'm on like 4 different servers, I guess, but I don't like jump on.
Okay, because kind of.
I'm on yours.
Okay. Oh yeah,
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 I'm
yeah,
on your server.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because it's kind of been like all of a sudden just blew up. Like for me at least, I didn't really realize how many people were there. But yeah, there's a lot of fucking servers that have just to do with Flat Earth Globe.
Yeah, I haven't posted anything on there, but yeah.
Yeah, but what I wanted to
I
do.
did look into your what is it, cloud seeding weather modification.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're attempting to do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What it is, and I think people kind of miscue what I say, and I try to make it clear that it's not like they're doing it nonstop, 24/7 period, and it's not like it's always about monsoon rains and killing people. It's regular weather. They do it when they need to, and I mean, the realization is that there are counties all over the states here that use it on a regular basis.
Well, I don't know about that. I know they're trying to develop the technology. I
Oh
don't know
no.
if it's developed yet.
Well, no,
I
they.
think they're trying to prevent things like droughts and then the problems with the wildfires and monsoons. Well, not monsoons. I mean wildfires and then stuff like mudslides and stuff. By making it rain when you need it to, instead of having a severe drought for your crops. If they could somehow control the weather so that they can actually get it to rain instead of just allowing that drought to happen, that would be good for crops. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but here's the thing.
But I don't think they've developed the technology, but they are trying to develop
Oh no, no,
technology
no.
to.
See, and there, right there. That's they. They're, not only have they developed the technology, it's been developed for a very. I mean, first contract for a county was here in San Diego, and that was in 1915. Now, the means of how
Mhm.
they weather modify has, there are things being progressed, but they're doing it all the time. Um, right now, I'm trying to look on the site, weathermodification.com, and it's pretty clear. I mean, this one website alone has an area where you can see who they do all these things for, and I mean they got a long list. Not there's not a they're thinking about it or want to. They've been doing it for a very long time.
No, I mean, yeah, they've been trying to develop the technology, but I don't think it's widespread.
Oh no, it's world. It's what's Saudi Arabia's been doing it since '95.
Yeah, trying to
Um,
develop the technology, but I don't think it's something that they have down pat. Otherwise, you wouldn't hear too much about droughts, or you wouldn't hear about wildfire. Because if you have a wildfire, if you can make it rain, you can easily stop that wildfire
ooh,
right there
that's
just by
not
making it rain.
that's not true at all. You do
That's
know
not true.
you understand like in a house fire, a raging house fire, when
Mm-hmm.
that fire hose, they use that fire hose off the fire trucks. They don't spray the fire because what would basically happen it would evaporate instantly. They
Right,
actually spray ahead of it, or things that would be burning or beginning to burn. Uh,
right.
rain
They
kind of
contain the fire.
Yeah, rain kind of works the same way. That's like saying it won't can't have a fire if it's raining, and that's not true.
Right. Well, you would want it to rain to get moisture because then that would prevent the fire from actually spreading. That's what you want to do. You want to saturate the area around it. Usually they'll even use um, uh, heavy equipment to build trenches and everything else. You need
Or
a
berms,
stopgap.
it'd be a berm. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fire break.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Let me go ahead and switch this over. You can see the YouTube still, right?
Me, no. No, I'm on my phone.
Okay. Okay, so I'll read it off, and then everyone else can see it because I sharing and all that stuff on my Hangout. I don't know why it doesn't work. but I'm on the weathermodification.com. It's a weather modifier company. Um, right now I'm in the general questions area. So you kind of, someone like yourself who doesn't really know much would go here to ask these kind of questions. Um, one of the questions is, what is the common applications of weather modification? I know that this is ground, and whether it be ground and or air. With air, what they're doing is they put flares on the wings, and obviously depending on what type of the size of a storm or cloud area you want to seed would be the amount of flares you put on it. Um, LA County actually does the ground version quite a bit, where they put these towers in various areas and canyons, and they set off these flares that that make clouds basically. Um, Now, for what you're saying, I think the best question would be how effective is it? Um, Now that's the thing.
Well, what would be the purpose of making a cloud?
Well, let me make it a little bit easier. When they're talking cloud seeding, it's not about making clouds. I'm sorry. It's about um, using whatever moisture is in the air
Mhm.
to accumulate more. So it's not going to make more moisture than possible, but it will make the moisture that is there compact more, therefore making more clouds and actual rain. Um, Now the effectiveness of it is only 10 to 15%. I think a lot of them will say, and this is what they tell to the public. So I think I have a little bit more different view of it because I know the extent of it beyond cloud seeding. Um, it only works 10 to 15% of the time, but when it works 100% of the time. Is how they explain it. Um, when you're saying the technology to do it, I mean, man, they're so far past how to do it in the technology. It's more about making that technology better, if anything.
So you're just saying that by somehow flying up with a flare, you're able to increase the moisture in the air?
You're in layman's terms, yes, without getting too technical about it. I mean, I can read off real quick about it, how it works and
Yeah,
what it.
I don't think that's what you would want to do. I think you would want to heat the ground and try to get any moisture that's in the ground to actually elevate into the sky. I don't think going to the sky. You can't get more and more. I mean, the moisture that's in the sky is the moisture that's in the sky unless you're getting the moisture from somewhere else.
Okay.
It's not going to come out of nowhere.
When you said
Where are these containers?
when you said you looked into it, how much time did you put?
I put a little time into it, but not that much. But
Okay. No, no.
some of the things you're saying doesn't add up.
Okay.
They just said that water modification would be used to help stop things like um, um, droughts and other natural disasters. Try to heat, blizzard, stuff like that. Instead of us having to actually deal with these extreme weather conditions, they'll be able to either stop them or have them just be mild, not as bad.
Okay.
Like
So
I was in Texas once. The town I live in now, we almost ran out of water because we had a severe drought. We had
okay.
to go.
Yeah.
They were
Well,
literally planning on getting water from somewhere else before the town ran out of water due to a severe drought.
so Texas is probably one of the leading states in weather modification. So so here's the thing.
Right, but that has to do with increasing the moisture in
Yes.
the ground so it can be
No, no,
evaporated
no,
into
no,
the
no, no,
air.
no, no, no. See, I suggest that I'm going to read it right now, but I suggest you do your further research. But here's how it works. So I'm going to read off what it is. What are the applications of cloud seeding? Cloud seeding is the most commonly used to increase precipitation, both in warm and cold seasons. Spring and summer operations are usually conducted from aircraft, as the clouds of interest are convex. Um, Winter storms are more often seeded to increase snowfall over mountainous terrain. In the cold season programs, seeding can be done either from aircraft and or from the ground. Warm season cloud seeding is also used to mitigate hail damage to homes, automobiles, property, and crops. Hail damage mitigation efforts utilize airborne delivery of the seeding material. In addition, cloud or cold fogs, these made of cloud droplets, best expressing at cold temperatures, can often be dissipated by seeding with ice-forming agents. Um, the majority of everything going on, Gary, is in the air, actually. Whether it be with flares and or other types of chemicals. The majority of these companies are using silver iodine to cloud seed, and it's from the
To do
air.
what? That does silver iodine doesn't increase humidity.
Gary, see, yeah, okay, I'll continue on. All right, what would be the next one you need to hear about?
No, no. What the compound silver iodine? What effect would it do in the air? I'm not understanding. It wouldn't do anything.
Okay, I'll explain it to you because here you go. Because these are things I've gone over 1,000 times. But see,
No,
you
yeah,
do
but
it.
how
Hang on.
would it?
I know. I know. I'm not.
You do
I'm
know the
going to.
process of rain, right? How we get precipitation. How
Okay,
does silver
Gary, hang on,
iodine
Gary.
increase the
Gary,
oxygen?
I'm
I mean,
trying to explain to you how cloud seeding works, and you're asking me if I know how rain works.
no,
Yes,
I'm
I do.
asking you how specifically in the rain process of we know how precipitation happens. How does silver iodine increase moisture into the air so that you get more rain?
And I'll explain that to you right now. And like I said, I'm finding their explanation, so because I'm pretty sure they had to do this so many times that they're explaining it a lot better than I will. Okay, so basically, this is how it works. Increasing precipitation. There are two majority methods employed to simulate precipitation. Okay, well, obviously, we just went over that part. Uh, though occasionally both techniques may be helpful, I want to get to the part so you actually hear it. Okay, enhancing rainfall. Efforts to increase rainfall during the warm seasons are typically aimed at convective clouds. While in this is it theoretically possible to seed such clouds using ground-based equipment? Targeting from aircraft is much more effective and accurate. This is usually possible to affect a cloud through releases of seeding agents in subcloud updrafts, or by dropping the seeding agents directly into the upper region of the clouds. Uh, that is, they're talking about the silver iodine. Um, Worm seeding, basically the same thing. I'm trying to find exactly where it is, and I mean, it's not like a secret, but I don't kind of have a weird idea of how to take things in. We go
Well,
to.
actually, my question was I didn't question whether they put silver iodine in the cloud. The question was how does that increase precipitation?
I'll tell you right
Like
now.
how? What's the mechanism that causes it to increase its moisture?
I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it's basically just it's like a bonding agent, I guess you would call it. This could be made more together from ice crystals by seeding the atmosphere with chemicals such as silver iodine or dry ice. They work to promote rainfall by inducing nucleation. Uh, what little water is in the air condenses around the newly introduced particles and crystallizes to form ice. So that's what it is. I can get into it a little bit more. Um,
To create ice in the cloud.
yes, basically rain. That's you know that it's that cold that snow starts from ice, becomes snow as it heats up. Then it becomes rain as it becomes too warm for that to stay that way. I mean,
Yeah, well, actually, the cloud would fill up with moisture, and once it gets to the point where it couldn't hold it anymore, it would begin raining. It doesn't have to turn to ice first.
well,
But
that's
it's
what.
saying that there are some molecules that the moisture molecules grab on, grab onto the silver iodine, and it promotes
Yeah, I'll do it
that
again.
moisture to turn into
So
ice.
right now I'm on physics.org. The
Hmm.
question that is promoted is how does cloud seeding work? Here it goes. Rainfall occurs when supercooled droplets of water, thus that are still liquid but are in a temperature below the usual freezing point of zero, form ice crystals. Now too heavy to remain suspended in the air, these then fall, often melting on their way down to form rain. Even in dry areas, the air usually contains some water. This can be made to come together and form ice crystals by seeding the atmosphere with chemicals such as silver iodine or dry ice. They work to promote rainfall by inducing nucleation. Uh, what little water is in the air, okay, I read that. The seeds can then be delivered by plane or simply by spraying from the ground. But what works best? It's hard to tell for sure. As often in cases with weather climate, it is impossible to carry out a controlled experiment. So in any area of increased precipitation, we can't know whether it would be still have rained or even if the clouds haven't been seeded. Success has been the success has been claimed for the trials in Australia, France, Spain, and the United States. In the United Arab Emirates, the technique is credited with a creation of 52 storms in the Abu Dhabi's desert, while China has boasted of having used the technology in reverse to keep Beijing Olympics dry. Recent research, however, suggests that it's not as effective as was previously believed. So, I'm pretty sure that explanation explains exactly what it is because it's not like it's public knowledge. So when you said you had researched it, I kind of assumed that meant you researched it. Still there? Gary, you still there?
Sorry about that. I had my mic muted.
No
I'm
worries.
like talking. Okay. No, because I thought I was getting some feedback when you were talking. Uh, yeah, it's a little confusing because now you're saying that they could also use it to dry it out as well, not
Well,
just
yeah.
to.
Well, that was what China's claim was, and I believe it. It's the same thing as seeding with an agent that doesn't bond it, but in other words, dries it out or grabs, whatever. It's just different ways. Regardless, it's here nor there whether or not they do that. It's just about it is being done.
Nah, I can look and check and see. I think they're trying to employ the technology. I don't think it's actually in use.
It,
I don't even think it's
I
clear to be
just
used.
literally, I can show you right now it's in use. That's by showing you, or better yet, go to weathermodification.com, go to clients and projects, and it says explore the maps below and it says there's Argentina, and Australia, Canada, Greece, India, Indonesia, Jordan, Mali, Mexico, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Spain, Thailand, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, United States, with a long, long list.
Yeah, I have. Once again, I told you I don't deny that they're trying to develop the technology
No,
and that they're testing it.
that's the thing. When you say develop the technology, and then I'm showing you that they've already that's what I'm not understanding, Gary. It's you're saying I'm showing you very very clearly that they're doing it, and you're saying they're trying to develop the technology. That doesn't make any sense to me. Developing
Okay.
technology,
If I told you they were trying to develop a hoverboard and I could show you the hoverboard and somebody riding it, does that mean that there are hoverboards now?
most likely, because if there's a hoverboard and you're able to see it, they've tested it numerous times.
Yeah, they've tested it, but it's not the hoverboard you're thinking of, is it?
That see what you're saying doesn't make sense. If they
No,
have
because
so if the
listen, they
hoverboard
have a hoverboard.
if the hoverboard technology is there and people need a hoverboard, it will most likely go into it will go into be able to get it. Like that. Does that make sense?
Right, right. So I saw a hoverboard, saw it on TV. Couple of people saw Tony Hawk ride on it. Everything. So there's hoverboards now, right?
Probably.
Well, no, not really. They have this hoverboard that they call it to the design, but it only can go over metal surfaces because it's not really hovering like we
Okay,
would think
well
a hoverboard where it can hover over any surface. It can only hover over certain metal surfaces,
okay, well Gary, I hate to be the one that spoils it for you, but that means yeah, hoverboards are that means there are hoverboards. Just because a hoverboard can only do
Mhm.
certain things doesn't make it any less of a hoverboard.
Yeah, but that's not what we were talking about when we said hoverboards. When
Oh,
everybody else
wait,
thinks about
why?
hoverboards, they think about Back to the Future hoverboard where you can just go anywhere with it.
No, no, that's not true at all. Because That means that's
That's
your
generally
expectations of
true.
it. No, that's your expectations of it having nothing to do
No,
with
that's
what.
usually the first time we saw a hoverboard, it was kind of in Back to the Future, and that's what everybody's expectations when you hear they're developing a hoverboard. You think that it'll fly over anything, and that's just not the case.
Well, that's not even how a hoverboard works.
What are you talking about?
Just the way hoverboards. What else? What is that other one? It's on the tip of my tongue. The one that uses a fan and an apron. Damn it. On the tip of my tongue. What is it? I can't think of it off the top of my head. What is it? If anyone in the chat room knows what the hell I'm talking about, let me know. Basically, you're saying you're literally saying because of what you saw on Back to the Future as a hoverboard, that's what you would assume a hoverboard it looks like. Period. Right?
No, I'm saying the expectations for a hoverboard is what was seen in the movie. When people hear hoverboard,
Whoa, whoa.
they think, oh, like on Back to the Future.
So
But then
wait.
when you see the actual product, the big bulky magnetic thing that has to go over a metal surface, you're not thinking, well, it's not like the hoverboard we were expecting, but I guess it's a hoverboard. I mean, it hovers.
Okay. So what you're saying is now, see, that doesn't even make sense because people buy stuff all the time and it's not up to their expectations. And that means that hoverboard, that what you're explaining means that hoverboard isn't up to your expectations. That has nothing to
It's
do
not
with
up to
whether. Yes, it is.
It's not up to anybody. So let me put it like this:
So
when the story came out on the news, it was like, oh, this company has developed a hoverboard, but it only can go over this metal surface. So you got to have a big metal plate where you're going to do it, and you can only go over this surface. And it's like, oh, it's just a dang board with magnets over it,
nah,
and you can
see,
ride
Gary,
over it over
see,
the metal
see,
surface.
what you're doing is you're not happy with the product, and that does not mean it's not a
Because
hoverboard.
it's not the hoverboard that was expected. It's
Oh,
kind
exactly.
of
Yeah,
a
yeah, that's
hoverboard, but
exactly what I just said.
not really.
I literally just said it's basically uh, customer opinion. So you don't like how you. It's not what you thought it was. So it's not a hoverboard.
No, it's not what anyone thought it was. The whole basis for them making that was based off of the movie Back to the Future and those hoverboards. They tried to make one. This is their attempt. It is not that. You can see the differences between the two.
Okay, Gary, I need you to understand something. When you say something and then someone tries to explain how you're saying it, take that. Just think about it at first, because what you're telling me is if I go out, if I see a commercial that says the new iPhone 25 can do this, this, and this, and I go
Hmm.
buy that iPhone, blah blah blah, and I get it in my hands, and it doesn't do what I expected it to do, does not make it less of an iPhone. You're saying, oh, because in Back to the Future, I remember that hoverboard could do this, this, and this. When they came out with a hoverboard, and it can only work over a surface. That doesn't make it not a hoverboard. That just makes it a hoverboard that's less of your expectations.
No, no. See, this is the problem. This was your understanding, Sean. When they were selling it as a hoverboard, they said that just like in Back to the Future, they developed a hoverboard. And they said, just like in Back to the Future, literally showed pictures of the hoverboard in action in Back to the Future. And then you see their product. And their product isn't like the product that
Well,
they're
yeah, Gary,
selling here.
that's exactly what companies do. I mean, you can go on TV right now, and they'll show you 1,000 different toys for kids, and we all know none of those toys work like they did in the commercial. Shit, you can go on a commercial and see that they do that with food. How many times have you seen a Big Mac on TV, and then you get a Big Mac and it looks nothing like that? Does that make it not a fucking Big Mac?
No, but it's not living up to. Well,
Yeah,
first of
see,
all,
you're saying
it wouldn't be what you saw on
you're
television.
literally correcting yourself every time you say that.
What are you talking about?
Every time you say that so you're saying they don't have hoverboards, and then you're saying the reason that you believe they don't have hoverboards is because they're not up to your expectations.
No, they don't meet the expectations of what a hoverboard is. A hoverboard was a board that was able to defy gravity over any surface. This is a board that only can defy gravity over a particular metal surface. So how is that not that was the expectations for the hoverboard, that it can defy gravity over any surface. This can only defy gravity over a particular metal surface.
Okay, so what I decided to do is I found the definition for a hoverboard. A hoverboard is a fictional levitation device used for personal transportation. First described, actually, go to the website because not enough. Guinness Records. The term hoverboard is included in automotive powered. That doesn't even make sense. Trying to go to where basically it would explain what a hoverboard is. Yeah, but yeah, it's not really showing me for Back to the Future. Yeah, you got to get that out of your head, man, because unfortunately, it's not because it doesn't make it not a hoverboard. What is it called then, Gary? If that device that you're talking about,
What are you talking about?
the one that
It's called a
no
it's called a hoverboard.
yeah, but what is it what is it really then if it's not to you?
What you talking about, the one that they developed?
Yeah, I guess that you're saying isn't a hoverboard because it doesn't do what the Back to the Future one does. What do you?
Well, the only thing that one does that the one on Back to the Future does is it does levitate you, but it doesn't levitate over any surface. It only levitates over a particular metal surface. I believe it's a copper surface.
Okay.
It only can be levitated over copper.
Okay, I have a quick question. Hoverboard, hovercraft, same thing?
No.
Why?
Well, a hovercraft has a big bag, a balloon on the bottom with a fan on the back.
Well,
That's a hovercraft.
it's a fan and a curtain. But it does hover though.
Yeah.
Okay, but
the bottom isn't a curtain. It's a actual balloon that blows up with air.
no, it's a curtain. I'm looking at it right now. I'm literally that's what I'm looking at.
It's not
A
a
hovercraft,
curtain.
known
What are you talking about?
as an air cushioned vehicle, is a craft
Yeah.
capable of traveling over land, water, blah blah blah. Hovercrafts are hybrid vessels operated by a pilot, and as an aircraft rather than an okay, so that's that. Hovercrafts use blowers to produce a large volume of air below the hull that is slightly above the atmospheric pressure. The pressure below the hull and a lower pressure adamant air above. That's how it is. I'm trying to find out the design of it so I can tell you because it's a curtain. That's what it's always been. It's not a balloon. It doesn't. How would the air get out? It's literally a curtain. Um, where is the components of it for design? Okay, so the British aircraft.
Yeah, because
hoverboard.
listen, if the hovercraft isn't a balloon, it's just a curtain.
Oh, here you go.
It couldn't go into water.
Here we go. Here's the actual parts that make up of this. So number one is a propeller, air, fan, and flexible skirt. Okay, that's there's no balloon. It's skirt. That's what it does. That's how it works.
I'm sitting here and I have 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many images of a hovercraft, and trust me, it's a balloon.
No, you can see. Show me. Can you share that? Because here's the thing, Gary. I'm looking at the same. I've worked around these things, the military ones, and I'm reading off a website for hovercrafts that are telling me exactly how they're made. And no, they're not balloons.
Yes, they are. I don't know. They wouldn't be able to float on water if they would just skirt.
First of all, they don't. First of all, Gary, they don't float on water. They don't float on anything. They hover.
Really?
They hover.
I'm going to screen.
Look.
Hold on.
Boat floats. A hovercraft hovers.
I'm gonna screenshot this hovercraft to you so you can understand what I'm talking about because you're obviously not thinking about the same thing. I know I'm kind of think I know which one you're talking about, but yeah, that's not most hovercrafts. Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can. I will screenshot it and send it to what in the world?
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and read off what this website's design says. The hovercraft can be powered one or more engines. Small craft, such as a CRN6, usually have one engine, which with the drive split through a gearbox. On vehicles with several engines, one usually drives the fan or impeller, which is responsible for lifting the vehicle by forcing air under the craft. The air inflates the skirt under the vehicle, causing it to rise above the surface. Additional engines provided thrust in order to propel the craft. Some hovercrafts use ducting to allow one engine to perform both tasks by directing some of the air to the skirt, the rest of the air passing through the back to pass or to push the craft forward.
Hold on.
Gary, just because you see what looks like a balloon does not make it a balloon. That's
They
a
float.
skirt.
They float on water, so I don't know what you're not understanding. Hold on.
Because what you may be thinking is something like a hover barge that is a boat with hovercraft technology. So yes, that may be how it floats, but the hovering aspect of it, the whole curtain in the air, that's all hovering. Therefore, it does not float.
Hold on. Let me make sure this isn't called. It's called a hovercraft. So I see the military one. This one.
Air cushion landing
Yeah.
craft. Yeah, are you
Hover words. And yeah,
you're looking
yeah,
at
they're floating on water. I don't understand. They're sitting still on water, floating, not sinking.
where does it read this? Are you looking at Wikipedia right now?
Huh?
Are you looking at Wikipedia right now?
No, I am on Google right now looking at them.
Google.
Sitting still on the water.
What? So you're on Google.
I'm on Google.
What did you search?
Google Images.
Okay, Google Images. So I'm gonna do.
Hovercraft.
Okay, so wait, time out. Do you realize that what you see means nothing to your explanation, right? I want you, like I literally want you to read to me where it says they use a balloon.
Oh, hold on. Let me get it for you. Hold on a
Because
second.
I can look at images and all you're doing
Oh.
is seeing something that you believe looks like a balloon, but you just don't understand the technology of it.
It's literally hovercraft, also known as an air cushion vehicle.
Okay, keep going.
Air cushion.
Keep going.
What is an air cushion?
It's basically the pocket between the ground and the device that is being hovered or that is being lifted off the ground. It is not a balloon. Now tell me where it says anything like a balloon. Anything at all.
Air cushion.
Okay.
Do you understand what an air cushion is?
No, stop that. Read to me what these things are made of. Because I'm looking at, if you're Googling hovercraft and you're finally at the area where it tells you websites and all that, and on the side, I can see you're looking at a thing that says hovercraft. A hovercraft, often known as an air cushion vehicle or ACV, is a craft capable of traveling over land, water, mud, ice, and other surfaces. Hovercrafts are hybrid vehicles operated by a pilot and its aircraft rather than a captain as a marine vessel. So I get what you're looking at. That does not define how it's made or a bubble like you keep making this, or a balloon like you're saying. So again, I ask you, read to me where it says bubble or anything like that defining it.
Air cushion. That's what an air cushion is.
You're not listening. Stop telling me what you think it is and read
off. No, that's what I didn't. That's not what I think it is. You just read it and it said air cushion.
Yeah, well,
what do you think an air cushion is?
Let me do this again, Gary. I'll read off the definition of it and I'll explain it very clearly.
No, explain look up what an air cushion is, and stop trying to act like you're going to skirt past that. Find out what an air cushion is.
Doing it
You'll
right
find
now.
out that is
air cushion vehicle. Takes me right back to hovercraft. Air cushion, an inflatable cushion, the layer of air supporting
inflatable.
The second one is the layer of air supporting a hovercraft or similar vehicle. Now, again, go to hovercraft and tell me, or type in hovercraft design. How about that, Gary? Can you do that for me? I'm at hovercraft
when you look
design.
up air cushion, it literally brings up big ass balloons and
Really? Okay. So why are you so resistant to go to hovercraft design?
Look, okay. Is it not going to have air cushions on the hovercraft design?
I would like you not to explain anything to me unless you're reading it off a hovercraft design site to explain it. Gary, you keep telling me the same thing and you're wrong. And I know you. You're not going to listen to me. Even though I know I'm right, you need to read it yourself out loud so the whole world knows you finally get it. Look,
Okay.
if you go to explainthatstuff.com, it says, how do hovercraft work? That seems pretty reasonable, right? I think that's a good one, right? That's a good site, probably a better explanation than I can give you, but it's still going to be the same explanation. But I want you to read it
Yeah,
yourself.
they all have
Don't. Hey, are you reading
the
this? Or are
big
you telling
air.
me?
No, I'm looking at them
No,
right
no,
now.
don't look at shit. I want you to read it because you see something
It gives
completely
you the
different than the
same
rest of the world.
thing.
No, you see something that is not there. You need to read off a
What?
definition of it so you can stop sounding like you
It's the
think you know what
same
you're talking.
definition. When I put in hovercraft design, it goes back to the exact same thing: an air cushion vehicle.
Okay, so that's the definition of a hovercraft.
Yeah.
Okay, so why am I able to see a dozen websites that say a bunch of other stuff, and not one says any kind of balloon or any kind of sealed device? It all says skirt. Everything, every single thing I'm looking at. How does a hovercraft work? At first sight, you may think a hovercraft works in the same way as a helicopter. It throws air down underneath itself and simply rides along on top. But where helicopters balance its own weight, the force of gravity pulling it down, with a mass downdraft of air pushing it up. A hovercraft works as much more suitable ways that always it to be used far less air, far more efficiency, so getting by with a much smaller engine is considerably less fuel. The basic mechanics of a hovercraft is very simple. There is an engine that powers both of the large central fans pointing downwards, one or more other fans pointing backwards. The central fan creates the lift and holds the craft above the waves. The other fans propel the craft backwards, forwards, side to side. A rubber skirt, with or without fingers, traps a cushion of air under the craft. Second wall or side walls hovercrafts have only partial skirts with a solid sides and a skirt only at the front or back. They can be powered by quieter propulsions or water jet engines. Make them quieter. Again, Gary, I don't see anything that describes it differently than I am. And your air cushion is only referring to the cushion of air. Air cushion. You're wrong. You are wrong. You're so wrong, it irritates me. Again, I will put the link in the chat so people can do this themselves. I'll put the link in this hangout, Gary, so you can read it and do it yourself. Because at this point, it's only clear to me you only think you're right for everything and you're wrong. Are you muted, Gary? I don't, I'm not sure. But I'm going to put the link in there so you can see it right now, exactly where I'm at. I don't know why my screen share doesn't work like it's supposed to, but this will be, should be more than enough proof. Right here in the little chat on the side, I'm putting the link. And Gary, you know what? Just for self-respect, you don't even have to say, Sean, you're right, I'm wrong. I just know it. Let me get in the chat while he does that. What's up, Felix? How you doing? What's up, Alan? As you guys know, this is the Prove Gary Wrong hour. I've tried to explain to him over and over again what a hovercraft and how it works. I know this because I used to work on a naval or military installation, and they actually have a very huge hovercraft. And yeah, first of all, a balloon is impossible to work for a hovercraft because, for one, you can't really, hover on air if you're doing it into a balloon. It doesn't work that way. What's up, Flat Earth Unity? Yeah, that's the problem, really. And the issue is that he's not willing to. I've read numerous definitions of it, and he just doesn't want to. On it. Exactly, Felix. They would pop.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I found one with the balloons that you say don't exist. Hold
Oh
on
wait. Is this a toy, Gary?
No, it's sitting on a trailer.
Okay.
Hold on.
Now,
With the balloons inflated. Hold
okay,
on.
wait. Does it say this, or are you seeing this?
I'm saying what?
Is it a definition for how it's built and saying that, or are you just looking at a picture and you're going to show it to me?
I'm going to show you a picture
Okay,
of a
no,
hovercraft. What the
stop.
hell you talking?
Listen very carefully. I don't care what you see. I don't care what you think. I want you to read me the definition, because the reason I say this is because you, Gary, do not see reality for what it is.
Oh my God,
Hey,
Sean! I'm
guess
gonna
what?
put this picture up, and you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want to with it.
Yeah.
Because
fine.
it's a
Put the-
picture
put
of
the
a
picture up, Gary.
hovercraft
Put it up.
with balloons.
Just put it
'Cause
up
I don't
and
know what else
understand
you want me to tell
that
you.
the best part about what's happening right now, Gary, is that it's being recorded and everyone is seeing this derpa that you're doing right now, where you refuse to read the definition for how it's built because you don't want to be wrong. Because I'm telling you now.
I already read the definition, boy,
No,
and they
you
still
did
have
not.
balloons.
No.
I don't know
First
what
of
you're
all,
talking about.
boy, no, you didn't. You didn't. And matter of fact,
Yes, I did.
Then I
Yes,
also
I did.
go get the definition, put the link in the fucking chat so everyone else can make that decision for themselves. Because I did, and I'm proved what I've had to say. And I've asked you numerous times, Gary, are you showing me something that you believe is that way, or are you reading off a definition that says differently? And every time you avoid answering the reality that you just have no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
It's posting. You can stop talking. It's posting. I don't know what's taking so long with Hangout. There it is.
Okay, so you put it in the Hangout. Let me go ahead and get that. Let me go to the chat. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Where did you in the live stream chat or here?
In the external chat for this Hangout.
Okay, so I'm looking at the group chat for this Hangout. Now I'm gonna go look at the back like the regular back chat Hangout, because I don't see it here. So let me go that way about it, because gotta go the long way because Gary has it all figured out. I'm at my external chat. Waiting for it to load. Okay, there's Gary Rhodes. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay, let's see what Gary has put in here. Okay, Gary, I need you to understand. Let me put this. I'm gonna share this real quick because this is fucking hilarious. Okay, so what Gary has showed me is a picture of a hovercraft, and no, let me just show you guys. So this is what Gary has showed me. The problem with what Gary showed me is he's done what I figured he does. He decides in his own brain what he's looking at. Gary, you understand that is a regular hovercraft, and on the sides are balloons so that hovercraft does not sink when the engines are off. You understand that, right?
I did say it had balloons on it, didn't it?
On the side to keep it from sinking when it's not turned on. Now, what you said is that you were looking at a hovercraft made out of balloons. I don't even see where it says that. So again, I don't care what Gary thinks. I want.
Oh, you want me to show you that? Let me put another picture up for you.
No, Gary, don't put. Hey, do not put any more pictures on there. Do not tell me about any more pictures. I don't care. Reason I don't care is because the way Gary sees shit means shit to me. Jack shit. That's why when people question what things are, they don't go, "Hey, what does Gary think?" They go and look it up. So go and look it up. Stop with your bullshit and come on. Let's keep it real.
I already have looked it up, Sean.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
Post it again, just so you can understand.
No, you keep. How did you look it up and you looked at a picture?
Oh.
How do you define something by a picture, Gary?
I told you the hovercrafts have balloons on them. You said they didn't.
No, they don't.
You just acknowledged that those are balloons.
No, I did not acknowledge it, Gary.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I acknowledged that hovercraft that you showed me in that picture had safety devices on it.
Safety devices. That's what
Yeah,
you call them.
that's
So let me
exactly
show
what
you another
that's
one.
what it was. And see, here's the thing.
How many? How many do you need to see?
Logically decided.
How many different ones do you need to
Real
see,
quick.
Sean? How many pictures do I need to post before you understand that they literally have
Here's what we're gonna do. Gary, you're muted. Shut the fuck up and listen one time in your life. You are doing is giving everyone here the Gary version. When I asked you why you thought a hovercraft was made out of balloon, because you're the one who said a hovercraft has balloons, and I told you it was this air skirt, and you said I was wrong. Now understand something. The picture you showed me was a hovercraft with added safety device for a racing hovercraft that most likely has an engine on it that will probably overheat when it's idling. So, with that said, they put airbags on the side to keep it afloat when the fans are not turned on. That does not make that a hovercraft. That makes it hovercraft safety. Not the same thing, buddy. Now, again, I'll explain it very clearly. When I want everyone to understand a definition or how something is made or what it is made out of, I go to the internet and I read it off so that it's not my version. It's not what I think, it is what it is. You are on this path to explain what Gary thinks, like anybody gives a fuck about the wrong way. No one cares what Gary thinks by looking at a picture. Everyone wants to hear what Gary reads the definition to be so everyone can hear Gary be wrong. Gary, you're fucking wrong. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm done talking about it. So if you would like to talk about something different, I suggest you have something different to say when I take you off of mute. Otherwise, I'm over this shit. Because I'm not doing the Gary game right now. Gary, are you ready to read something or change subject? Which one?
I've showed you 3 pictures. You can ignore them all.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I ended my fucking hangout. I'm done. I'm over it. Gary has frustrated me to no end, and I'm done. Gary can kiss my ass. It's very obvious what Gary has done. It's very clear that Gary has no clue at all about how shit works. So, pretty sure I've made my case there. And there's nothing else to say about it. People, tired. No one else joined the hangout. I'm irritated. I'm gonna go smoke some fucking weed now. I'll probably go live later. Otherwise, I'll see you guys at the Discord. And like I said, the Discord that I run, all the links are in the bottom. Hughes, Ken Beckford's, You've Been Exposed. I think that's all and myself. I think that's those are the links down in the bottom. Check them out. Again, my server may not be the 24-hour spot, but hey, if you got a debate, you want to debate somebody, you need fair moderation, or you're a glober who doesn't want to get booted for saying flat Earth isn't real, come to my server and we'll get that shit going. It will, right as we speak, Jay Alex has actually been on it for probably about 5 hours. It will basically be ready tomorrow, 100%. But you can join. I can give you guys your roles, the whole nine. But it's a spot. It will be the spot for debates. You want to debate somebody, want it fair, that will be the spot to do it. I'm going to be out there spreading the word about it. I'll see you guys around there. I'll see you guys here in YouTube chats, whatnot. If you guys are kind of weren't here for the explanation of the Discord, it's in the beginning of this live stream. So I made sure you could find it so you can see it. But yeah, that's the gist of it. I'm sorry, Gary's got me so irritated. I gotta go smoke and gotta go. Love you guys. I'm very happy I was able to shut Gary down once again. I would like to say it's not easy, but damn, it's too fucking easy.
The hustle standing, flag no fail.
Goes out to every armored soldier, left, right. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' jump first. When everything is over, we still gotta go back. Shout one more thing. We are the frontline. frontline soldiers, anything that happens, we gon' jump first. Once armor, always
Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary, mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.